What's up, Blueprint family? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well and feeling blessed. Like always, I have an interesting video planned out for you guys. Now I'm gonna take up no more on the time. Let's get into that video right now. Blueprint family, there is a trend going on the internet, a very serious trend. This trend involves individual disrespecting the Prime Minister, telling the Prime Minister about his mother, telling the Prime Minister what him to do with his wife, and also sending threats to the Prime Minister. Blueprint family, I have seen many individuals partake in this trend, and when certain repercussions reach them for their actions, them come back on said internet and try to paint the Prime Minister as being a monster and a dictator, a monster that is trampling on their freedom of speech. And this is what a lot of these people don't understand. They don't understand that freedom of speech travels a very thin line. When exercising freedom of speech, one has to be very, very, very careful, because when you say things in the wrong context, you will leave from the realm of freedom of speech and now enter into the realm of slander and defamation of character. Sending threats is a whole different ball game. And when you have now left from the realm of freedom of speech and enter in the domain of any of these three, all of these come with penalties. All of these comes with persecution. Yes, a person have the right to use and exercise their freedom of speech, but you have to be aware that you have to exercise this properly and responsibly. And this act that you guys are carrying out, disrespecting the Prime Minister, shows that you are not responsible. It also shows that you are dunce, dumb, fool, idiotic, nonsense, all of the above. Because if you did have the little amount, just a little amount of sense, you would have familiarized yourself with the laws of Jamaica. Because you sending a threat over the internet, it now falls under the Cybercrime Act. The Cybercrime Act of malicious communication, and that can run you up to 3 years in prison. It can. When you threaten somebody over the internet, can run you 3 years in a prison. And look who not threaten. The Prime Minister. For sure, no sound no sense. That is why I want to try to paint the narrative like this man is a dictator and this man are the worst Prime Minister and he might trample upon you guys' freedom of speech. I can say that's a lie, because if it was some country, a lot of you would be in prison for a long time. A wise man once said, there is freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee your freedom after speech, highlighting that you should be careful in what you're saying. You have the right of freedom of speech, the right to exercise it, but not at the expense of others, not at the expense of others' image and credibility. The minute you start to trample on others with your freedom of speech, that's when it gets dangerous. Now you're telling someone that they need to protect themselves from the words that you're saying. There's no way someone can work for years to build them image and them credibility, and you come to tarnish that with your mouth. It doesn't work like that. And this is what I find hypocritical about these people that is disrespecting the Prime Minister. Them is a bunch of hypocrite. Both the people them in Jamaica and the people them in a diaspora. Because look at it. These people that feel comfortable disrespecting the Prime Minister are the same people in the 80s, in the 90s, and early 2000s that would have never disrespect no PNP Prime Minister. Not one of them. If them have a problem with PNP Prime Minister, them go in at them house and go talk that under them breath. Them a make sure not talk too loud neither. Because you think them could have come openly, come disrespect the Prime Minister. You want them favorite Dan kick out them teeth. You want them Dan tell them, say, listen, you and your people and your generation have to lift up out of the community. Them have to run away. All when them a PNP themselves and them just feel disgruntled, them have to keep that to themselves. They know this. But what? Andrew a deal with them civilized. All when enough of them in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, hate how the government around the place. When they look on enough of them side, hungry a kill them bone almost white out. For days them no yam, no work not about. And when them see them favorite Prime Minister and them favorite MP, them have to deal with them like them love them with smile upon them face. Them can't talk nothing bad. That was true dictatorship. Now, you can come on the internet and voice your opinion, voice your disgruntled where you have with the Prime Minister, as long as you not be disrespectful and a send threat. Because disrespect and threat and slander is a totally different ball game. But if you have a problem, you can voice it verbally on the internet with no repercussions. You could do that in the 80s and 90s. So when me see them come on the internet and I try to paint the Prime Minister as a dictator and a monster, it appall me. Because I remember a time period where you couldn't be this vocal. And this is why I'm tell them, say, listen, Andrew, I deal with some of them too civilized. Them not used to that. Them used to the boof baff beth. And that them used to. Them used to the background master treatment. Them not understand what is good and civilized governance. They don't know. But here what Andrew knows, say, listen, him can't deal with the vice of the downs. Him can't draw to the vice of the downs. Him have to draw to the civilized people. Him have to create an environment with the civilized people. Because you not see no civilized people, no working class people, I jump on the internet, go tell the Prime Minister, go suck out his mother. You not see that? Only the low IQ, the unintelligent ones them come on the internet and I do that. Ask no for them for spell, suck out your mother. They can't. They can't. No for them in the diaspora. We are talking about the Prime Minister, the worst, and the Prime Minister this. They know nothing about what is happening in Jamaica. No for them throw dollar kind behind them and no come back to Jamaica. Who no run off and can't come back to prison over Uncle Sam country. But yet still, they are coming on internet and verbalizing opinions. Like they live here, they have no clue. Chances are, and me I tell you, so this is a high chance, the person that they are getting their information from is an uncredible source. 90% of the time, the information what them get, it's not credible. And that is why them come on the internet and look like an idiot and a blasted buffoon when them say certain things. And Jamaicans will live in the country will know better read it and say, what the hell are you talking about? Even before the election, when them come, oh, Jamaican people are suffer. So Jamaican people, yeah, how are suffer? What them a talk about? We clueless. Because when we look on Jamaica, more jobs there than people that can fill these jobs. See, people are come back in a them number yeah, in a Jamaica for work. Come back to jobs. I left America, come back to Jamaica. Blueprint family, it's a sad day in Jamaica that when we actually have a good leader, a trying leader that has a vision for this country, to elevate this country out of poverty, out of bad economy, put up on the world stage and I try to set we up for growth, a country that our future generation can actually be proud of. You have people out here that is trying to tear this man down and paint him in a bad light. It's a sad, sad day in Jamaica. Very sad. Blueprinters, as the few set of people in Jamaica that have sense, we have to spread these messages. We have to push up the Prime Minister as best as we can. We have to make people know, so listen, these people are liars. These people are propagandists. And we have to make the world know, so listen, Jamaica have a wonderful Prime Minister. We have to do it. Because if we not do it and we make the people of low intelligence voice louder than our own, we are going to lose as a nation. Alright, Blueprint family, we'll come to the ending of another video. If you found this video informational, you already know what to do. Destroy the like button. Also, if you're a new viewer here, subscribe and turn post notification on to get notified anytime we drop a new video. Also, if you're not busy, share the video with friends and family so they too can become a part of the Blueprint movement. We as Blueprinters, we live by 3 rules. Those 3 rules are keep grinding, keep hustling, and remember, success is in the blueprint. See you later, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.